Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Hoplomachus Origins, and we are in solo trials number 3 actually, and this is part 2 of that trial. Now in the last one, we really got thrashed. We lost Karakos, we lost the 2 health to a friendly unit chip that went along with her, the tactic. We also got hammered here with the retainer, got hit for actually 3, and that's one of the corrections I wanted to make for this particular playthrough, is that when Modula attacked the retainer, I took off 2 of the 5 health, but should have been 3, and the reason for that is the champion had rolled a die which said on a King's Rally, a +1 damage on a successful basic attack, so technically 3 damage off retainer. So even worse than how it ended, guys, even worse. We only have 2 health left on this guy. So now I'm really in a jam, because what my hope was to knock the Tactician out quickly, and constantly have been unable to do that based on the Zipa's healing and raising the morale of the troops around him with the King's Rally. So this is not looking good, but I'm going to keep pushing on because we may be able to push our way through this, I hope. We're going to start off right away with the Centurion is who I'm bringing in now, because we need someone who can shove. And the reason for that is we're going to get into a situation where the Zipa is going to come charging through here, and we need someone who can come in and shove a unit away. So I'm going to put the Centurion in play right here, because we know the Zipa is making its triumphant run straight through the middle here. So we're hoping to, and I got parry, which is going to help me, block any kind of silly hits coming my way. So that's going to be huge. So we'll see how this all kind of plays out. The parry ability, if I just want to read this again, says unit ignores first successful basic attack against him each turn. So then this one hit would never hit him. So it allows him to stay on the map a little longer and kind of control the Zipa from being able to get in too far. So again, I can't do anything with him this turn because he's just deployed, but I could do something with the retainer if I wanted to. I could attack. I could try to stun, and maybe that's what I'll do, is try to stun, because I'm not going to be able to knock this guy down. He's way too powerful at this point. And his focus is still on me because we're both combat locked. We actually both have combat locks, so we're constantly in battle. So I'm going to try to stun him with my alternate attack. And when I try to do that, it says to roll 1 blue die. So this blue die actually has 3 sides, so it's a 50-50 shot, which is really not that great, to try to attempt to stun the adjacent unit. And if I do, I flip over his chip, and he ignores all stats and effects. He lasts for 1 full round of being stunned, which means he's stunned throughout his whole turn this coming round. So here's hoping, yes. So that's a successful stun, so his chip will be flipped over. He's not doing anything this turn. That's good. It kind of one less person to worry about. And we kept the retainer alive a little longer, thank goodness. So that's really it. I did have a movement to use there, so I could have potentially jumped on top of the tribute and started moving it. I guess I could have ended my move before I did that. Let me think about this. I could go back and do it because nothing game-changing has happened. That's kind of tough. Like, I probably could have moved. I could have moved for 1 here, but then I've got it on one of the guys is really the slowest. So what I should probably do is I'll just have him move here, because I want to be able to deploy. I want to be able to get some freedom to move around here when necessary. So for now, I'll move him here. And again, this should have happened. This movement should have happened before I stun. So just be aware of that. That was a mistake on my part. Okay, so now we're done our turn. We go back to the wonderful champion, who seems to be landing literally every hit whenever we roll for the AI. This time a black and a yellow. That might be better, I think. The King's Rush is what the yellow is. It says the champion will swap places with an adjacent unit that's closer to the opponent's hex. Thank goodness there's nobody to swap with. That's good news. And then the black one just says move. So it's going to move, and it can move too. And it's going to get right next to the Centurion. That's actually kind of what we wanted, because now my Centurion can come into play to attempt to block it. So the Zipa is now right in there and dangerously close to the tribute. So I got to get her out of there. All right, so that's that individual. This one is stunned, so nothing happens. And then the Tactician over here is going to doing a 1-hit, no roll basic attack against Centurion, but I have parry, so that ends up being nothing. His strategic attack, though, what does that do? All friendly adjacent units gain 1 additional yellow die to use with their basic attack. So thank goodness there was no basic attack coming from the champion, or the champion would have gotten an additional yellow die. So that would have been really bad. So that's the end of the turn, and now it comes back to me. I get to deploy a new character. This is where I'm going to get a little bit greasy. I'm going to go ahead and take this individual right here. And the reason I want him out is because he can run really quick. And my plan is to kind of get him to grab the tribute. He's going to deploy right here, and we're going to do our best to use the retainer to continue to stun this individual and hope that this lasts. So we're going to put him right here. Again, he cannot do anything this turn, so he's kind of useless. He'll have to sit there because he was just deployed. But my hope is that we'll be able to get him with the tribute in a turn or two and get him running as fast as humanly possible. So really it's a game of delaying right now. So what we're going to do next is we will... I guess because the Elder, this unit here was stunned this time last round, this unit is no longer stunned, so is back up and ready to go. So now my question becomes, I activate all the individual units I have, which is the Retainer and the Centurion. I have to decide how I want to use these guys. First off, I'm going to try to see if the Retainer can do a job in terms of stunning. I really hope so, because we need another delay. So we're really hoping to land this stun or we're kind of in trouble. We didn't. Okay, that's not good. That's really not good. But again, I guess the good thing is Modula will still focus on this individual and not on this one. So that's, I guess, a good thing. Not looking too hot right now. But the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the, and again, we should have done, and I apologize for this because I did this out of order again. That was technically part of the attack phase. I should have done movement first. I'm not planning on moving this guy, it's okay, but I was planning on moving the Centurion. So I'm doing the move phase right now. Sorry guys, should have done that first before I did this roll for the stun. Centurion's going to move here, and now, because he has movement of 1, and now I'm going to do the attacks and the stuns. So I rolled for my stun, I missed, ooh, too bad. Centurion now is going to use his shove ability, which allows him to move into an adjacent space and shove that person back. So we're shoving the Zipa further away. What I'm really hoping I don't land for the Zipa is at the King's Rush, because the King's Rush allows them to swap places, and that would be nasty. At that point, I need to deploy someone here to block, because it's going to get really tight and sketchy. So anyway, there we go. That's that. The Centurion now technically has the ability to attack as well. So I could try to throw attack at the Tactician and then try to just get rid of it because it's annoying me. So I'm going to roll the blue or the green die, which is on the Centurion's chip, and we're going to hope to land a hit. I hope so anyway. And we do, so we got finally something good happen, and hopefully health doesn't come back later. But there we go, we got 1 hit off, so that's good. Now we are good. We are done for our turn. We're going to move back to the enemy's turn. So we're going to go ahead and be rolling 4 dice for our champion. This is where really the game either goes south or gives me a shot. I don't know how this is going to unfold. Okay, so we have blank blank, we have a blue, and we have a completely cocked die that I have to re-roll. And it landed upside. So we got black and blue we have to resolve. So black is going to be move. If the unit moves on top of its tribute, it picks it up. Right now, movement-wise, this unit can't move anywhere. So because it can't move anywhere, it's not going to go anywhere. It thankfully didn't resolve by running. If it had rolled a yellow and got the King's Rush, it would have not only flopped positions or swapped them, but it would have then moved and won like instantly. So what happens, which is really good, is that movement-wise, he can't move anywhere. And he's not going to go backwards to try to gain footage. He's going to stay where he is. So the Zipa ends up stopping his movement right here, which is good. Now what's going to happen is the blue die is going to come into play, which we didn't want to see because this is the King's Inspiration again. So again, all friendly units gain +1 health. So we're going to have the Tactician again get to stick around for the majority of the game, which has been absolutely painful. And we're going to see Modula go into like obscene amounts of health where it's becoming like outrageously scary how high the Tower of Health goes, because there is no limit on how high this individual can go. It can exceed your starting health. And right now, 6 is where Modula sits and is towering above my guys like they're peasants. So now the only good thing with that is it doesn't matter because they didn't win. So that means we still got another opportunity here to do something. So now we actually have to activate these individual units now, which is where things get a bit scary. So we'll do Modula's first. Modula has Bloodlust, which is not going to trigger because Modula has 3 health, actually has 6 health. Combat Lock just means I'm locked into combat with everyone adjacent to me. So as of right now, I guess what's going to be really, really nasty that I'm just realizing is when I go to pick this tribute up, I can't leave until... Actually, I can't move at all right now because by putting this individual beside Modula, this individual is also in combat lock as well until we kill this guy. So this is going to be brutally hard. I'm going to have to do something. Maybe shove or something like that in order to make this work. I don't know how. I guess shove could work. Just be a painfully long experience. I don't know how that's going to play out. Wow, that's tough. Okay, let me just take a quick look at the combat lock real quick. So it says opposing units attempting to pass by this unit must stop the instant they're adjacent, so that's fine. Not really fun. Skills that can displace units may have a way of breaking combat lock. Okay, so that can happen. So I can have displacing, meaning like shoving or whatever. But anyway, we're at the beginning of my turn, and I want to go ahead and... Oh, actually, sorry, we're still in the... we're in the attack phase, sorry. We're in the action phase for our enemies. We're not my turn yet, my apologies. So, Tactician gets to go, Modula gets to go. Modula was targeting... Who was Modula going to target? Well, I guess based on the AI, Modula would be targeting... Ooh, this is so scary. Closest opposing unit and the weakest one. So the weakest one is this guy. Rolling a black and a blue. So we're going to roll a black and a blue, and we're going to see if the retainer's alive or dead. And that's one hit. Thank goodness it's not another one. So retainer just barely holds on for another round. And that resolves Modula. In terms of the Tactician, is close to the Centurion. We'll try to make a hit, and the Centurion has the ability to parry, so that hit does nothing. So we're good there. So that's a good thing. Now, what we're going to do is, well, now we're done. Now we're done with the enemy's turn. It comes back to me. I'm going to go ahead and draft my final unit, which is the Hoplite. So the Hoplite's going to come in with 3 health. We're going to probably put the Hoplite here because I need to do some serious damage against some of these guys really quick. So we're going to put the Hoplite here. I'm also going to do a couple... yeah, so as of right now, the Hoplite's useless because it was just deployed, but everyone else can activate. Centurion is definitely going to activate and is going to use the shove ability. So if I look at this, it says, shove says move this unit 1 hex into opposing unit. That unit also moves back 1 hex. So we're going to do that again. We're going to shove the Zipa even further away with the Centurion. So he's doing a good job of keeping the Zipa at bay, which is nice. I still have the ability to attack, and I'm still going to choose to attack the Tactician because I still want to kill him really bad, even though he keeps healing up. So here's... Oh, no, sorry. Let me do the rest of my movements on the rest of my guys. So I've used Centurion to this point. Hoplite can't go. These guys are in combat lock, can't do anything. I'm going to try to stun again with Modula because... I don't know what to do. I could roll for damage, I guess. I have Distract and I have Swap. Distract, what does that do again? All dice used by adjacent units for basic attacks and skill are changed to yellow. Okay, so that's good. He's making his attacks more useless. Oh, if that was the case, he shouldn't have rolled in a black and a blue last turn. He should be rolling 2 yellows. So I'm going to go back on that chip, guys. Sorry, I just caught that. So I took a damage last turn because I rolled a black and a blue. I should have rolled I should have rolled 2 yellows because I had this individual with the distract ability beside him. So I'm going to re-roll the 2 yellows and see if we get a miss. We do. We get a complete miss. So he would have not hit the retainer, and the retainer still has 2 health. So, whew, got that one. Okay, so going back to my turn, what do I do with these guys? Do I stun him? I want to get Modula away from the tribute because right now combat lock is a problem. So I'm going to use the swap ability on... Is that a smart move or not? I also have movement too. Let me think about this. No, you know what? I'm going to go like this. I'm going to put him right here on the tribute, and he's going to end his movement. That's what I'm going to do. So now I'm still adjacent to him. I'm still affecting him. So my movement there is good. The retainer is going to stay put. So now we can go ahead with attacks this turn. I'll start with the Centurion. We'll do an attack against the Tactician. It's a green one. And we landed it. So that's 1 hit off the Tactician. That's good. Now we're going to go and come down here to the Retainer who did, or is going to do a stun attempt. I'm going to attempt to stun Modula instead of attacking. We did it. We stunned him. So Modula now flips the chip over and is stunned for another round. That's awesome. There's no attacks happening here. That's all done. We're done. Our turn is over. So that worked out pretty good, guys. We got it pushed back. We're not doing too bad here. Okay, so next what's going to happen is we're moving to the enemy's turn. And at this point, We're going to roll our 4 dice for our champion. We're going to really hold our breath because this could determine a lot. Oh my gosh. So we didn't get a black, but we got everything else. So the King's Rush is going to happen now, guys. So that means with the yellow die, that means that the champion will swap places with an adjacent unit that is closer to the opponent's arena hex. So that's going to be like this. So boom, he's finally gotten past me, which is bad. So that's really not good. Then what we're going to do is, that's really bad. Oh, this is really bad. That just really messed me over. Okay, so that happened, and then the black die did not happen. The next one to resolve is the green die. It's a basic attack. So the champion is going to do a basic attack and is going to focus on closest opposing unit and the weakest one. So that would be, I guess, a Centurion because it's right beside. But the Centurion has parry, so we'll be parrying the entire attack. So nothing's going to happen from the basic attack, so that's good. King's Rally happens because he rolled a green, though. So all friendly units now are going to have +1 on their hits, but this one's stunned, so then nothing will happen. But +1 here from the Tactician. That's bad. And then, of course, wonderfully, the King's Inspiration. So, once again, the Tactician will not be killed because it's back up to 2 health. And our crazy, insane monster behemoth of a character here is getting even taller at 7 health. Okay, interesting. Very, very interesting. So, at this point, things are really looking dire. We're going to move to my turn now, and I am not deploying anything because I've run out of people to deploy. So now we get to just activate everyone. This is where I have to be really careful. So my Centurion now for movement and stuff is really useless. He's probably better off attacking. We need to block the Zipa as much as we can and hope for not a King's Rush. That's really what we're hoping. So the Hoplite can get in the way and block. That's possible. Let's see. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to have the Centurion's going to move 1 to here, and then oh, actually, sorry, did I do the attack phase for the Tactician? That's what I think. I just forgot that. I think I did not do the attack. No, I didn't. I skipped over it. So sorry, guys. We resolved all the champions roles, but I forgot to actually do the attack for this guy in the previous round at the very end. So it was just literally a couple seconds ago. So I'm going to actually have him attack now. He's going to end up attacking the Hoplite. He gets 1 hit, but he also gets a +1 from the Zipa, so that's 2. So that takes the Hoplite down to 1, which is terrible. Now it's my turn. I'm going to have the Centurion move to here, and the Hoplite is going to move to here to try to block as best he can. And then that's it for movement. I think I'm pretty happy. Can I swap? Ooh. Swap ability. Maybe I should use that right now. Swap ability. Unit may switch places with another adjacent unit. Okay, I'm going to do that because I want to break the combat lock. So I'm going to swap my tribute carrying. Oh, and I should have done this in the last round. The tribute would have been picked up at the end of my movement phase in the last one and would have been put underneath my chip. I'm going to swap these units around like so, because I'm allowed to do that based on my innate ability. And now this individual is no longer caught up with this one. So I'm going to have him try to lock this person up by going, oh, should I go the long way around? No, I should stay here. I should stay here. It's good defense anyway. So I'll leave him here. Maybe I'll move him 1 to here. Okay, and then technically that swap happened. I'm still locked. I can't move. I can't actually use movement to get him away now because I'm in combat. Oh, actually, he's stunned. So his stun lasts 1 full round. Stunned unit must be flipped over and ignores all stats and effects but its health. Well, I guess if he's stunned now, he doesn't have combat lock on me. So what the heck? I'm getting out of here. So I did that perfect swap. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 because I can move 3 movement. That's awesome. And then, yeah, because he's stunned, he can't get... Oh, wait. I'm trying to think of the timing of this. So he was stunned in the movement phase. No, he was stunned in the attack phase. That's right. Stun happens in the attack phase. So in the movement phase, he's still on the next round. I'm still He's still stunned, so I can go 1, 2, 3, and he won't become unstunned until the attack phase, and by then I'm already running. So there we go. We've done all the movement I want to do, which is perfect. Now the attack phase starts, and 1 round prior is when he was stunned, so he's now active again, or he's back, and now I can decide how I want to attack. I'm not attacking with this one. I will go ahead and try to stun with this guy, so I'm going to roll my green to stun, and I did, so stunned again. I'm going to have the Hoplite attack the Tactician, which is going to allow me to roll 1 black die, so I'm going to do that, hoping for something good here. Oh, I rolled a blank, are you serious? Okay, and then I'm going to have the Centurion do an attack against the Tactician. So the Centurion, let's see here. Yes, the Centurion's going to go ahead and take an attack, and it's a green one. Yes, okay, so we got 1 off. Man, that's the entire time we've been just getting 1 knock off. This is a tough one. Okay, and that's it. That's all my attacks. And now we go back to them. Wow, okay, I can win it if I can survive this roll. So this is really what's going to come down to, so let's roll it out. Oh my gosh, that is the worst thing that could have happened. Okay, so what's going to happen here? Oh geez, this is bad. Okay, so what's going to happen here is we got everything. So he rolled everything. So he's going King Rush, he's going to swap places. So he's swapping places with the Hoplite, putting him here. And then we're going to be going ahead, and that's bad. Then he's going to be moving. It says if the unit moves on top of its tribute, it picks it up. It can't move on top of my tribute because currently he's got an enemy there, but he can move closer. He's going to move to here to not be within combat lock. But he's going to still need a King's Rush to swap out here. And I've got him in combat lock, so he's stuck on this. It's just perfect. The next thing is, so we were just resolved the yellow die with the King's Rush. The move die we just resolved. The basic attack and King's Rally. The basic attack won't affect anybody because he's going hard for the tribute. So there's nobody in range for that. King's Rally though, all friendly units are going to gain +1. Then he's going to use King's Inspiration, and again, everybody heals up, which is insane because I don't think that's happened every turn this game. So this guy's even bigger now. And that's it for all those dice. This is the only guy who can activate on an attack for the units. So this Tactician will do an attack. It's going to go against the Hoplite, who's the lowest. And it does 2 damage because of the extra +1 from the King's Rally, which is way more than enough to kill off the Hoplite. So my Hoplite is dead. And there we go. That's the end of their turn. It comes to mine. I have nobody to deploy, and I'm going to activate my movement. I'm sending my guy to the tribute, and there we go. That's the end. I don't have to play any further. We just won, and I don't know how, and I don't know if I deserve that or not. But I think I just barely squeaked that through. That was super fun. If I did make a mistake anywhere through that, guys, let me know. There's a lot to keep track of, especially with this one with so many different units. So if you notice something that I missed, please let me know. I'll do my best to correct it going forward. But man, I really thought, I mean, we were within a turn of losing because all this Zipa needed to roll was on the next round was a King's Rush, and it would have swapped places with this individual, and it would have been bad. So that was crazy. I don't even know what to say. I did not think I would be able to get out of there. That was wild. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up if you did. I'll see you in the next one. Keep on rolling solo.